I will invite now the representative of Huawei present today with us, Mr. Qiang, Senior Solution Manager at Huawei EBG Global Energy Unit, for his initial intervention, and then we go to dialogue. Please, Mr. Qiang, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. Yeah, so everyone could see my screen, right?
Yes, everything's fine.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's been a great honor for me to present on this great event. Actually, this is the first time I have dialogue with Romania. And before joining Huawei last year, I worked for CNPC over 10 years as a senior petroleum engineer and digital oil field specialist. So Huawei is a leading global ICT product and solution provider. To Huawei, oil and gas industry is always one of the most important markets we are focused, and we have been consistently trying to understand and analyze the major business demands and challenges of the industry players, and support them to a more solid and thrive performance by using the newest technologies. So today, I'd like to share our thoughts on how digital technologies or digital transformation could help oil and gas sector to fit in the new normal era, especially the post-COVID-19 recession and recovery. And since the time is limited, I may focus more on the success use cases rather than the technology itself. So let's get started. So firstly, why oil and gas needs digital transformation. So we are all clear about this. There is no doubt that the oil and gas industry has been entered a completely changed landscape. The COVID-19 induced recession has resulted in the sharpest downturn in the energy and oil demand in our living memory. So on the bright side, the baseline is still very solid for our industry. So the global economy in 2045 will be more than double the size it was in 2019. So, but the changes are far more than that. So the oil peak demand is looking forward to be reached around 2030. And the renewables and the Paris Agreement. So for example, China has announced that by 2030, it will reduce carbon emission intensity by over 65%. And the share of non-fossil in primary energy consumption will increase to 25% by then. So furthermore, targeting net zero emission by 2060. So all these kind of changes have introduced a true challenge for oil and gas industry. So then we have to facing how to producing the crude oil and refined products at a lower cost to stay competitive and improve the performance, accelerate first oil or gas for green assets, or prolong the life of the mature ones. And maybe the most important one of the coming years to meet the environment regulations. And by facing these challenges, the major oil and gas companies made the same choice, take digitalization as a key to the next chapter of this industry, a substantial and greener business. So especially when the advancement in technologies and the falling cost of digitalization and the ever widening connectivity of devices provide a real competition bidding opportunity to oil and gas companies who play the digital revolution right. So when we are committed with a transformation, the methodology is far more important than technology itself. Even though Huawei is a technology or product solution provider, but since we are committed to this journey, based on our own digital transformation experience and the experience from the collaboration with our clients, a quite universal methodology has been proposed to support oil and gas companies' digital transformation journey. So it's summarized as one vision from the top management, the commitment of the CEOs, and two drivers, means the business drivers and the technology driver, to collaborate together to drive forward. And the three key process from the planning. So we need one top-down framework or blueprint to mapping the digital transformation of the whole organization and includes all business sections. So workflows, meanwhile focusing on quick win scenarios to add value. Then proceed the process with continuous building and operating. So, and we need two guarantees. So when we talk about digital transformation, the digital preparation of the organization and the talent are the keys. Actually, I think over 60% of the companies trying to do the digital transformation but failed because of their talent lack. They are really lack of a talent, digital talents. The last is our digital foundation. So to support all the above and the key enabler to initiate the digital transformation of the oil and gas industry. So this digital foundation includes four aspects: the connectivity, the digital platform, data enablement, and artificial intelligence. So in the next slides, I will give a brief introduction about what Huawei can contribute to each aspect. So first and foremost, the ICT infrastructures, the connectivity. So Huawei as a global leading ICT product, the technology provider. So this is what we do for decades. So Huawei mainly provides the network connections, IT infrastructures, and the platform. So in the field, Huawei can provide a wired and wireless multiple connection methods, like industrial Ethernet, the wireless 4G, microwave, etc. So it's worth mentioning that the ELTE, like 4G wireless broadband network, can really carry a variety of services on one network. So such as our SCADA data, voice trunking, intelligent inspection, video surveillance, and harmful gas detection, like that, to promote operation efficiency and our HSE management. So at the OT level, so Huawei can implement video surveillance, video conferencing, the GIS services, etc., and build an intelligent operation center to help our customer achieve the panoramic production command and efficient collaborative operations. So here is a use case. So it's a world's first ELD network for the offshore field. That's what we did in Norway with our partners. So like lots of brown oil fields, this field with lots of oil wells and tankers without network connections. And the network they were using is low speed, cannot support the business operation. or their stuff, especially stuff on the platform, their life demand. And some real-time data, such as well production data, or using the satellite transmission. We all know how expensive that is. So our solution with TempNet provides the LTE broadband network for access and trunking with only 10 millisecond latency. So the wide network coverage is could reach 37 kilometers to cover the offshore platform. So the edge bandwidth could reach 2 megabits download link. So the value added is very obvious. So we realized the connection of wells and tankers, the fundamental enabler of demand or unmanned operation. It is a huge reducer on the operation and maintenance cost. And we improved the communication and operation efficiency by over 20%, and the staff safety, and enriched people's life on the platform. And now something quite new, the 5G smart campus. This is a use case or innovation test we did with Shell and other partners, including ABB, the robotics providers. So we all know 5G is a huge upgrade from 4G. The broadband's the bandwidth could increase by 25 times, and with a much lower latency, like 1 millisecond, and the high connection capacity. So now we tested 4 use cases under this project, including the robotic inspection, the connected sensors, and the connected workers with 5G and AR equipment like the helmet. And for this connected mobile workers, we are also using in like Aramco, ANOC, all these major industry players. And of course, the predictive maintenance costs with the 5G network, we could have like continuous, really real-time, high-quality data for all the wells and the facility equipments that could help our big data or machine learning use applications to realize a true predictive maintenance to really draw down our OPEX. And that's the connectivity. Now let's discuss the digital platform. We all know that the oil and gas industry is definitely facing the great challenge, which require us to accelerate the E&P process and further promote the CapEx and OPEX executive efficiency, protect our profitability. So however, when we take actions, there are serious challenges, of course. We know that while like seismic survey workload is ongoing, huge amount of data are generated by petabits. So the follow-up 3D seismic processing or high-resolution GNG modeling and reservoir simulation and big data AI applications require super powerful computing capability and ensure the high precision. So meanwhile, the data security is always a vital concern for our industry. So in this case, a dedicated cloud is designed to fulfill all these requirements, which provides the elastic computing power, and the cloud services will meet the data security regulation at the same time. So this is a use case from a major NOC in Middle East area, one of the largest crude oil producers and explorers. This company is targeting on promote its reserves and production. It is undertaking the largest 3D seismic survey and eager to accelerate subsurface studies. So their choice of the Huawei HPC and storage has already supported to improve 45% performance in the reservoir simulation and the development plan study, and while supporting 5 years computing scaling up. So next one, so that's something interesting on Huawei Cloud. So I will introduce how it provides the AI capabilities. I'll give a general introduction by this slide. So the foundation level is the data. Once the data collected, streaming into our system, we can use our computing power based on the AI chips and other hardware, then to release the capability of our own deep learning or machine learning framework. So it has 3 parts. The CANN is working like a bridge between the framework and the hardware. So it's more like an operator level. So once we get into the framework, that's a MindSpore. So could be analog to TensorFlow by Google or PyTorch by Facebook. The training framework is where the developers, programmers to use a language like Python to write programs. So then on the top level, that's our model arts and knowledge graph. So could help our developers or even domain experts to develop or deploy their AI applications much easier. So for example, Huawei supported CNPC, the China National Petroleum Company, built its cognitive computing platform. 5 applications, including the log interpretation, first break picking, some seismic interpretation, pump status diagnosis, and the decline curve analysis, weather cut prediction. These 5 applications were selected and developed in the first batch for phase 1 of this project. So these AI applications really significantly reduce the manual effort, and the accuracy of results could reach over 90%, perfectly comparable with our experts, human work. So after the POC, CNPC estimated the total annual gain will be over $60 million by a full deployment of only these 5 applications across the whole company. So, yeah, okay. So now I will introduce this end-to-end solution on the field. So we all know the wells is the key assets for oil and gas. So after the wells are drilled and commissioned, the only one objective is to optimize their performance. So which means more oil and gas production and lower OPEX. So together with our partners, so many in the industry, application developers. So we provide an end-to-end solution from the connection on the field, the edge computing, IoT platform, and the center ENP cloud. And the domain applications, some AI machine learning applications to analyze the well performance and to do the optimization autonomously. So this really enable the 24/7 continuous autonomous closed loop well optimization to release a lot of manpower. And the use in CNPC Changqing oil field demonstrated a 3 to 5% oil production increase, the unmanned operations, and around 25% energy consumption, especially for the artificial lift wells. And this is the intelligent or machine vision. So we're all familiar about this. I won't devote too much time to it. So this is the last page. So facing a challenge in new era, it will not easy. So based on our technology and solutions, so intelligent digital twin of our domain business will be built and continuously evolving to support the industry digital transformation journey and achieve the strategic targets in the full value chain. So for oil and gas industry, it means more profitable upstream, more sustainable and economic product supply, and more valuable downstream. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhu Qiang, for your presentation.